welcome to the Prima Volta. Yes. Welcome to Sopranos Prima Volta. I am Sam Roberts. This is Ian Fidance, and here we are to talk about The Sopranos. Ian, of course,
Yes.
your first time watching.
Yes.
My 100th time watching. And we've gone through the series. If you've missed any of the episodes, of course, just go and check them out.
Yes.
Here on this YouTube page. We've gone through the entire season. Well, we went through season 1 in one shot.
Yes.
We've gone through the entire season 2 now.
Yes.
And today, we embark on our quest. We embark on our journey to go through season 3.
Yes. Or
of The Sopranos.
as we would say, season 3.
Season 3. In Italian, it's
tree.
tree.
It's
You're right.
tree.
You're right.
Yes. And speaking of the YouTube page, thank you to everyone for watching, commenting, yelling out Sopranos, Prima Volta at shows, giving me the hands. We're all doing hands in pictures.
And of course, the battle cry.
Commendatore.
I'm hearing it everywhere.
Yes.
Commendatore.
Yes. And thank you for not doing spoilers. I appreciate it. I mean, in all my Instagram posts now, people are just handsing it up. I try to take pictures of thumbs up the other night. I'm in Long Island and people go, we got to give the hands. And I'm flaming I'm putting oxygen in the fire, making staff all do the hands.
Of course.
And it has no longer become a bit. It is a part of my life. I don't know. I mean, obviously you're watching and you've noticed that I have a tracksuit on.
It looks good.
Yes.
It looks
Thank
good
you.
to me. It looks fitting.
Thank you. It is. It's fantastic. I was in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania at a casino gig.
You know what you look like?
Huh.
Eugene.
Who's Eugene?
Eugene, well, we'll get there. We'll get there in season 3. Maybe you don't know him by name. You
I
know him
don't
by
know him
face.
yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You
All
know
right.
him. You know him.
Is that Jeej?
No, not Gigi.
Oh. Okay.
Although I can see you got a little Gigi with that tracksuit on. I think Gigi on a Sunday afternoon.
Yes.
I see Gigi more of as like a sweater guy. I don't know why, but in my head, Gigi feels like a sweater guy. He's got, maybe it's because he's got that sort of almost Clooney-esque old school handsomeness to him. You see him in a sweater. You like,
I feel at ease when he comes on camera.
right, like you could picture Gigi being a father, having a family at home, and being respectful in the household.
Yes.
And
Totally.
of course, having good friends. And when you have good friends, what do you do with them? Murder.
Yeah.
Murder.
Yeah.
That's
you
what
murder
friends
with
do.
your friends, and you take an oath to never turn your back on your friends.
That's right.
And I would like, eventually, if it's all right with you, if we prick some blood and burn a card and say an oath.
It's not all right with me.
No, what?
Yeah, no, because that's actually, no, I'm not going to actually do a mafia ritual.
Why?
I'm not joining the mafia.
But you're joining this thing of ours.
I feel like this is what Tekashi 6ix9ine did, except with a different gang, and it worked out so incredibly poorly for him.
What? Everyone loves him. He's a popular artist.
He's hated across the land.
No.
Yeah.
Not my Tekashi. What? Get out of town. The one I know?
Yeah, same Tekashi.
You don't know him like I know him.
Probably. Jigsaw tattoo right here. Yeah, same Tekashi.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the hot dog guy.
Oh.
I thought the Japanese hot dog eater.
Oh, I thought.
That's Kobayashi.
Kobayashi.
Ah, okay.
Oh, I thought the guy who made the cereal, T.
Oh,
Kashi.
Manon.
Oh,
yes, I
Manon.
love that cereal. Oh, okay. Takashi, bad guy.
Bad guy. Different guy.
Yes.
Bad guy. Not a friend of ours.
Yes, not a friend of ours. But,
Yeah.
and look, hey, maybe you guys out there can really put the pressure on for us to have a mafia ritual.
I just feel like, not that the mafia is real. There is no mafia.
What?
But
Oh, yeah.
let's say if there was, they probably wouldn't take too kindly to a couple of gavons on YouTube doing mafia rituals. Capiche?
Well, okay, so they do like, the prick of the finger and then they use like a saint card. What if we use like one of those playing cards that had girls' boobs on them?
I don't mind that. And then maybe instead of using a pin prick, we get one of those pens that when you flip it over, the girl gets naked.
Yes.
And we just prick our finger with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Commendatore.
Commendatore.
Yes.
Salud.
Salud. I love that.
So you look great. You got your
Thank
tracksuit
you.
on.
We both got, me and my Carmelo, we both got tracksuits.
That's incredible.
Boscovs, $22 for the whole suit. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm fucking zooted up and suited up from the fucking boot up.
Good.
And I love it. We rented scooters. We're scooting around a casino in matching tracksuits, scooters. Give me your address. We'll send you our Christmas card. Well, it's a New Year's card now. We haven't gotten them out yet.
That's
Anyway,
okay.
I love this tracksuit. It is so comfortable. I went back to Delaware. I don't know if you know, but
You didn't go to Party City and see what's his name in there, the Elvis guy, did you?
No. He's dead. I can't see him. But we'll go to the
I already
Green
went
Hill
into witness
Cemetery.
protection.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That's so funny. They all magically go to witness protection. It's like
just-
when a pet dies, you go, they went to a farm upstate.
Witness protection, it's such a great program. I
It's
mean, people
incredible.
just disappear forever.
Yeah.
Except the people that don't get killed. You find all of them in witness protection.
Yes.
Literally, first season.
Mm-hmm.
The only guy that actually ever went into witness protection, they found him on Meadows College tour.
Yes.
Remember?
Yeah.
He's
and
the
then
ol-
he went to the witness protection upstate.
Yeah.
He went to the farm in the sky of witness protection.
He went into actual witness protection
Yes,
after that. Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
Dude, that is the best way to tell a child their parent has died.
Witness protection.
Listen, I know you're 8 and your father went to witness protection.
Yeah.
He loves you so much that he went away and helped capture bad guys.
Right. If they're going to jail, you can say they're off in the army because they're going to come home.
Yes.
But if they're dead, they're not coming home, which
No.
means witness
protection. Yes. Wow. That's amazing. Parenting tip from Sopranos Prima Volta.
That's amore.
That's amore. And you'll get amore tips from us as the season goes on. So I go to Delaware, go to my mom's house. Unbeknownst to people out there, I had a tracksuit phase in high school. I had multiple tracksuits, and I brought one back for you.
No.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
God. No.
A little gift from me to a friend of ours.
Wow.
Tracksuit for you. A
This is-
velour tracksuit.
This is our version of the pinprick. Wow.
Yeah.
And it even says Ian in there.
Yes.
But today.
Does it?
Yeah. It's,
Oh,
your
yeah,
mom-
I wrote.
Are you going to say you wrote your name? I'm going to say your mom wrote your name in there for you.
My mom wrote my name in there for me.
That's okay. That's okay.
She
Oh,
didn't
look at
want
him.
any-
I'm going to tell you, you're not that much bigger than me.
Dude, it
You like
is
to wear 'em big.
so large on me. I don't know how I wore it in high school. I was swimming in it. I mean, my mom wrote my name on an Echo Unlimited velour tracksuit because she was like, this is a hot commodity.
Right.
People might steal it or mistake it for theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I look?
I mean, you look fantastic.
Thank you.
You look
Thank you.
great. You look like you're ready to go out and earn, really.
Well, and we got our brass knucks, right?
Yeah, we got my
Okay.
little station. Liquid Death has been sending me stuff. Thank you. I love it. But more importantly, we got our earning tools.
All right.
Because we go out and
that
earn.
looks. Oh, I do look like especially
Right?
this bald head look. Like I look
Yes.
like. I look
Yes.
like. I look like an enforcer.
You do.
I do.
Here, put these on.
Well, there's some weight to these.
There is.
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah.
Hey, you know why? Because I always come heavy.
You do, right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I love it, dude. Look at you.
Do we got a problem? Do we got a problem?
Do we got a problem?
Is there something I can help you with, maybe? And I'm just wearing it's like I'm wearing it. Like,
Yes.
I'm wearing this like it's jewelry.
Yes.
But we all
We
know,
know.
why I'm wearing it.
It speaks without saying words.
That's right.
That's Italian. That's Italian without words.
This
right
is
there.
Italian for I earn.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you know what? Sure.
What?
I'm gonna back you up always and go. Well, I'll let you go, but I'm gonna come back and see you in another way.
Right.
And that means the next time is not going to be the way it is this time.
Mm-mm. This time's non-violent.
And
Next
I'm
time,
coming light with my mouth, but next time,
heavy.
speaking with my hands.
Right. And probably with some metal on the hand.
And my hands are fucking heavy.
Right. right. Yeah, that's true. Look, okay. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Season 3. So, we left season 2, Ian, and you're sitting there and you're going, this is the first time I've ever seen this great show. And you're sitting there going, how does it get better from here? How do we go from here? After season 2, you're like, this has to be it. And you keep hearing, I keep telling you, no, it only gets better. It only gets better.
Not only how, but it is shattering my reality of thinking the show cannot get better. Yet everyone else in my life is going, wait, strap in, put on your ungats, and see what happens, because it only gets better from here, my friend.
And I'll tell you that in a lot of ways, season 3 is, I mean, they're all my favorite season. You know, you can't pick one season.
Hold on, I gotta get my Italian t-shirt in here, you know?
Yeah. We're outside of Satrial's right now.
Yes. Oh my God. And I got my little coffee.
Of course. Your cappuccino. Yeah, I think season 3 symbolizes to me a lot, and I think that we'll see this as it goes. There are a lot of parts about this that are more serious, but I feel like in a lot of ways, this is Tony hitting his peak right around here. You know, I think that the journey of season 1 going into season 2 and throughout season 2 is Tony staking his claim as the boss of the family. Like coming up, you know, first, you know, because we saw the transition of power, we saw Junior, we saw the hit attempt, we saw all this stuff going into season 2. He's like, no, you know, we're going to be co-leaders only by name. I'm the boss. And throughout season 2,
and you
it's
see
like,
self-actualization of Tony. You see as season 3 progresses, he is putting in the work. He is working on himself, and he is moving forward.
Your Tony positivity is absurd.
What?
I don't know what you're talking
How
about.
do you
Working on himself and moving forward.
Melfi tells him to write down an anxiety log, and he does.
Okay, all right, let's get into it.
She's saying that he's got to bring Carmela in. He does.
Let's get into it. Let's start here. We're going all over the place because you just think he's the bee's knees. He's a bad guy.
Nope.
So, episode 1 is, of course, Mr. Rogerio's neighborhood. And this is first of all, this is a very unique episode I've always found because of the way it's shot almost.
Yes, and it fades in, fades out.
Isn't that weird?
Weird. And
almost
it has,
like it's spots for commercials. Like, you know how, like, when you watch when you watch something designed for network TV,
you can tell when it's coming in and out.
yeah, but it clearly wasn't, because this is season 3.
And it's HBO.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's just a weird way, and it's the only episode like that.
Well, I thought that it was like that because it does have that runner of like that.
Every step
that was wild.
Mashup.
What a mashup.
What a
dude.
mashup.
I'm a big fan of mashups.
And it's like, is this the police? Are they stalkers? Or is it the police?
That's the police. Whoa. I didn't even put that together. I thought it was Sting, which is also what they're doing. They're stinging them. It's a sting operation.
Right. It goes like this. Are they the police, or are they stalkers? The stalker song done by the police. The singer of the police, Sting. And what are they trying to do here?
Sting them. It's a sting operation. Wow.
Yeah.
That is a mashup for the ages. Up until now, my favorite mashup was Lil Wayne and 500 Days of Summer called 500 Days of Wheezy. It's great. Look it up on YouTube. And also Wugazi, Wu-Tang Clan mashed up with Fugazi. Incredible. But this is leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah. Well, I think it's also the context, too.
Because it's like, it has so many meanings, and it makes you think, isn't it?
It doesn't work here either.
Okay, that was a little Easter egg for the J&S fans. Dude, I also thought that it was a throwback to, because there is a thing of a lot of episodes show Tony at the end or Junior watching an old-timey movie or show, and this was reminiscent to like Dragnet. This was reminiscent to those cop shows, especially with that music and how they were planning it out and using the code names: Little Bing, Big Bing,
Baby Bing, Princess Bing,
Bingle, Princess Bing.
So, tell me this, okay? We know what happened at the end of season 2. Traumatic, obviously, for you.
Still processing.
So, to me, I've always found it kind of powerful. I guess is the word. That season 3 opens and we see Skip in the office talking to the other FBI agents and everything. And I don't know, there's just something about the idea that we watch Pussy get killed and thrown off that boat. And Skip is still just living his life like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like there's something like this thing that what those two were doing together.
Yeah.
led to the death of this presence that was so big, not only in Tony's life, but in our life as the viewer.
And the life of his own family.
Of course.
He had kids, he had a wife.
To then see Skip just continuing on with his life.
Wow,
I've always thought that was wow.
I didn't think of that. I was still looking at it from the eyes of season 2 in the sense that when they're on the boat, Big Pussy is like, I'm giving them nothing. They got nothing. And then literally in the first episode, you see that Big Pussy gave them nothing.
Yeah, they had nothing.
So it's like Pussy was telling the truth.
Although,
which is why it's like, what, you've known Pussy your whole life, just keep it a secret between you guys and he'll never tell anyone.
But isn't he the one that gave him the airplane tickets? Didn't Pussy give the FBI the airplane tickets?
Yeah, but they got nothing on the airplane tickets. You see Tony in the office with his lawyer. They're like, there's 12 tickets, no big deal. Olivia's not going to rat. When you don't know, she's a wild card.
Olivia's not going to rat. She only tried to have him killed. I don't think look, a rat is a rat is a rat. What do we take this oath for? Because it doesn't. Yeah, because as long as you're a friend, you don't got to take the oath. We take an oath. We prick our finger with a pen of a girl whose clothes come off.
Yes,
that has to mean something.
And when you prick the finger, you have to turn into a prick because it's always business over friendship.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. I mean, they say this family comes before your own family.
Yes,
which means it has to come before your friends. Which means this is it.
But your friends are like family.
Like family, but not this family.
Blood is thicker than water. The blood you prick
is the thickest of all the blood. Yes. So, what did you think of watching this thing? This is one of also the few episodes that generally, I mean, the main story at least, is from the perspective of the FBI.
I didn't like how the FBI was ragging on Tony. And, you know, they were friends at the end of that one episode, and then they're just sitting around talking shit.
Like they think he's kind of an idiot.
High horse. Yeah.
Yeah, like fuck that guy.
I don't like it. How would they feel if someone heard their conversations?
But you thought that the FBI would like show great reverence for Tony Soprano?
He's Tony fucking Soprano.
I know you love
Show
Tony.
some respect.
You love Tony.
FBI.
But why would the FBI have reverence for this guy? The whole definition of what the FBI is we're antithetical to what you're doing. We are the opposite.
Did they not
You are the
hear
darkness,
Pussy
we are the
speak
light.
To AJ about how much of a good man Tony is?
Oh, do you think
does that mean nothing?
Yes, it means absolutely nothing. It means 100% of nothing. You know, they look at the laws that were broken, and Tony's doing this, and he's walking around, and Tony's walking around.
What laws? A couple airplane tickets.
Bevilacqua.
He was a rat. Huh?
Bevilacqua.
Yeah, he was a little chirp.
No, I'm not
shut the
saying,
birdie up.
I'm not saying he didn't sing like a canary.
Yeah. And what happens to canaries? They
but
drown in the coal mine.
Bevilacqua wasn't a rat. He was a murderer.
Yes, and good. Murderers should face consequences.
From the police.
Yes.
Not the mob.
But family takes care of it with other family.
You're saying we're taking this off your plate, cops.
Yes.
Don't even worry about it.
It's anything. The mafia is helping out the police by policing their own little ecosystem.
What about Beansy?
Beansy? He got compensated by Tony, and he's the reason I have a cat named Beansy.
He got run over by a car.
Yeah, and Richie got his because the family took care of it.
Janice took care of that.
She's family.
Not the family.
Blood.
Not that blood. Anyway. Okay, how about this?
Yeah.
If you're hot now, wait till you hear this take, okay? So the FBI is following the Sopranos.
Just so we're clear. My take is that the mafia is the good guys.
The mafia is the good guys. Tony is the hero of the show. You don't understand why the police don't like show extreme reverence for Tony Soprano and have great respect for this mob boss. Yeah. So like, do you think that the actual FBI was like, look, I know we got to arrest John Gotti, but what a great guy.
Yes!
You think so?
Yes.
Well, wait till you hear this, okay? Because this is the other thing. This has always struck me. About the episode, okay? Well, they're sitting there trying to figure out how they can bug the house, right? The FBI wants to bug the basement.
Yes.
They have to follow the family. They have to use all these people. And they follow, what's it, Mama Bing? Is that Carmela's nickname?
Yeah, and Aid.
And Aid going to tennis practice, okay?
Yes.
Now, before we get to the fact that the female tennis instructor has this crush on Adriana.
I thought the female tennis instructor was part of the FBI.
Still? Like right now? Or you thought that like
I
at
thought
the
that
beginning
initially
of the episode?
because
Yeah.
all of a sudden, magically, what do you know?
Okay.
She comes in, she's getting close. But I think she was just a lesbo.
Yeah, I think she's a lesbian that had a crush on Adriana.
Yeah.
Yeah, which makes sense.
As the show goes on and on more, I'm like, my chick truly is a Carmela and Adriana
Okay.
mixture.
Well, I'm glad you said that.
Yes.
Because from the beginning of this series that we're doing,
Yes.
you have advocated for all the members of the Sopranos family. And I've
Yes.
tried to tell you, these are very imperfect people, and you won't hear it.
No.
Especially about Carmela.
Yes. And one person did say, wait till Ian finds out about Carmela. And I say, what do you find about the wet work I'm going to do on you?
Look, okay, how about this, okay?
What's your little take?
The
Let's hear
FBI is following around. First of all, take those brass knuckles off.
that. Okay, sorry. You're right. That's right. You're
It's
a
an
friend of mine.
intimidation
You're a friend of mine.
factor.
Sorry.
I'm a make God. So first of all, so the FBI is following these two around, right? And then we go to tennis practice with Carmela and Adriana. And the male tennis instructor goes like, sorry, I'm not going to be your instructor anymore. And Carmela, oh, really? Oh, what a shame. Has the same hungry for male attention, flirtatious energy that she had for the pastor that slept over her house, that she had for Vic DiBattito or whatever his name was that did her wallpaper.
Comic from New Jersey.
That's right.
That's the go get the bread guy.
Yeah, he's not as handsome.
You got Carmela's waiting outside of Governor's Levittown every weekend for Vic.
He's just going out of the house going, she's married to Tony Soprano. She's married to Tony Soprano. She's married to... It's not Vic DiBattito. He would be good though.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm talking about. The wallpaper guy, the handsome wallpaper guy.
Yeah.
But look,
who's Davy's wife's brother?
Davy's brother-in-law, yeah. So look, every time any man pays any attention to Carmela, Carmela starts going like, oh, how are you?
Do you blame her? She's not getting the attention from Tony.
So she has to go to
but she never steps out.
Oh, please. If given the opportunity. She almost did with Vic DiBattito.
Yeah, and she was like, look, I have a good life. I don't need your viral fame. I don't need your viral bread and milk fame. I got my own bread and milk.
I'm just saying that you wouldn't be happy if you found out that your Carmela was going to tennis lessons.
And that's why I got a mixture
hots.
of Carmela and Adriana. Because when it comes time for the Carmela seeking other stuff, Adriana sweeps in.
Okay.
Unbridled loyalty and love.
So you're saying there are flaws in Carmela's character.
I'm saying my Carmela Adriana, my Carme Adriana is flawless.
Carmaid.
Carmaid. Carmaid. Hey, babe, I got a new nickname.
Carmaid. Hey, Carmaid.
I got Carmaids.
Look, you would not be happy if you had a lady that was going and
no,
going to
I wouldn't.
The
but guess what? I would never treat my lady the way Tony treats her.
I thought Tony was the
I would never have
frog.
a Gumar. Tony is a frog, but sometimes frogs don't ribbit right. They have frogs in their throat.
Is it possible that these are two extremely flawed people that maybe
we all have flaws? Bing, boom, bing, bong. Get over it.
He can't trust her around the pastor or the wallpaper guy or the tennis instructor or anyone.
Is it a flaw to have a
desire,
a loving heart,
a lust? She had lust in her eyes.
If lust is a sin.
It's one of the
Which
sins.
I don't think it is.
Of course it is.
What?
Yeah.
No.
It's a sin.
Who says?
Jesus.
Look, we're not talking about fake fucking characters. We're talking about real people.
Oh,
Tony Soprano.
Oh,
all right?
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Can I be a good Catholic for 15 fucking minutes?
That's all she wants
yes,
to be.
Yes.
As I told you.
Carm is a neglected, wonderful, beautiful woman. that is not getting the attention romantically, sexually that she desires.
She's got a victim's mentality.
What?
Yeah.
How the fuck is she a victim when she's taking care of everyone else?
Who's she taking care of?
The whole fucking family. She stitches that family together. When fucking Meadow goes to college, she makes sure that they still have Sunday dinner. She makes sure they have dinner every night.
Unless the tennis instructor wants to have dinner.
She never does that. What's so bad about flirting at tennis for an hour a week?
You'd be okay with that?
Out of sight, out of mind. But if I find out someone's flirting with her, I'm fucking putting in work. I'm coming heavy.
Okay. All right.
And also, we'll get into it later, I guess, but she fucking puts her foot down against Janice and says her piece at the wake.
Well, we're not there yet.
And protects her family.
She was drunk and angry at her mother-in-law.
And she doesn't have a right to be?
You can't make it a noble thing.
Okay.
That wasn't a noble.
To quote my favorite fictional character, Jesus, let he who's without sin cast the first stone.
All right, you have read the Bible.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I know. My favorite
me.
genre of literature is fiction.
The mafia is not going to be happy with you after this one. They love Jesus.
But
They
I'm
don't think the Bible's
protecting the mafia.
They don't think the Bible's
they
fiction,
do.
bro. Can you be a
Model,
good Catholic for
forgive.
15 minutes?
Okay, clock starts now.
Oh my God. How about that? So do you get because you love the Soprano family so much, when you realize the FBI is making a replica of the lamp,
I mean, hats off.
You respect that.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, their attention to detail is incredible.
Who knew that there were such great painters on the FBI?
I know. Who knew that you could go to liberal arts school with a painter's degree and then end up in the FBI?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I don't like that they're sneaking around behind Tony's back.
You think they should let him know they're bugging his house?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Would do you feel like the fact that they're basically lying to Tony by making him think that that's the same lamp he's always known, but in reality that's not the same lamp. Are you offended by that?
Yeah, and also they know his water heater's gonna burst.
They're making fun of him for it.
Yeah!
And guess what? The joke's on them.
Yeah, it is, because it fucked them up.
They go like this, oh, there must be some like big mafia murder at the house.
Yeah.
You know what happened?
They're fucking, and they knew it was coming and they didn't do anything because they're not good people.
Well, so you're pro-mafia, anti-cop?
Pro-mafia, pro-cop, but just keep on each side of the street.
And a little more heavy on the mafia side.
Yes, but when talking about New York City crime, pro NYPD. As long as they stay away from the mafia.
Well, maybe.
But the mafia keeps their crime in the family.
That's right. And they keep their neighborhoods clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know why I'm in such good shape? Because
I was just wondering.
All day I'm doing mental gymnastics.
So Meadow is a college girl now.
Yeah.
Meadow is no longer living at home, no longer high school Meadow. She's a college girl.
No longer living at home, but she's making Carm do everything for her. She's constantly back and forth.
Freshman in college, you know what I mean? Look, I'm going to tell you this.
I fucking left. I didn't go back.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Except I did get viral meningitis and had to, my mom didn't come, but I had to be taken care of by my friends across Washington Square Park.
Did they write your name in your velour jumpsuit?
While I was in the hospital for viral meningitis, they wrote my name in all my clothing.
Good. Just so it doesn't get lost.
Thanks, fellas.
No, but I mean, look. Yes, you would like Meadow to mature faster, maybe, but realistically, she could have gone to Berkeley. Carmela was throwing out the letters to Berkeley. Like Meadow wanted to go to California, or said she wanted to go to California. Mm-hmm. Did Meadow ever actually want to go to California? Probably not. She always wanted to. Yeah. But Carm wouldn't hear it. Carm absolutely would not hear Meadow leaving home.
Yeah.
So this is kind of, we reap what we sow. However, she is living in the dorms, and we do meet Caitlin on this episode.
Good God.
Meadow's roommate who runs in the room. Happy to be in New York.
Yeah.
Absolute vodka ads on the wall.
Jesus.
No pants on.
My God.
Jumping up and down.
Yeah. And she was in Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist years later, which is a good film. But anyway.
Is it mafia related?
It'd be a lot better film if it was. This is also the episode where Tony's singing, I'm a fool to do your dirty work. Oh, yeah.
I've been waiting for you to see that.
And I have a shirt
Yeah.
that says, I'm a fool to do your dirty work with Tony Soprano on it. It's a Steely Dan Soprano shirt.
And I'm sure when you got it, you thought it was just like, oh, this is so funny and random that these two things would be linked, but you didn't realize it was literally lifted from the show.
I love it.
It's so
fantastic.
Great. And what an actor, by the way, James Gandolfini is, that he still maintains Tony's essence and voice through the song.
Lately I've been having a hard time sleeping, and to go to bed at night.
Sleep with one eye open.
Gripping my pillow tight. Lately, I'm not lying. To go to bed at night, I've been watching mafia documentaries and then looking up James Gandolfini's Wikipedia page and reading myself to sleep.
James Gandolfini's Wikipedia?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, so you feel more informed of the world. Good. All right.
His world. Only his world.
Only his world.
I want to be
the world that he portrayed.
Part of your world. Oh, I just wish I could meet him. But you know who I feel most sorry for in this episode and possibly this season? I don't know if he comes back. Stacia, the Polish maid's husband.
Oh, now this is, and technically, it's actually a different actor than in season 2, but it is.
Really?
Yeah, it's not this, but you don't really remember because. Yeah, I mean, all we really knew of him before was that he got Richie Aprile's jacket.
Yes.
You know, which even
and a TV.
Yeah, but even he thinks the jacket's. He's not even wearing the jacket anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact that, and this is a common tale that I like that David Chase tells, that this guy who's like this engineer in Poland comes to the States, and not only is he just like a lowly cab driver, but as he's kind of explaining this to Tony and Carm, they could care less.
Yeah, that's right.
Tony and Carm are both narcissists.
So moving forward, getting back to Stacia, he's, this poor guy.
Yeah.
I thought it was so cute how they had picnics together. I really love that.
Really nice.
Yeah. But then you find out she's stealing from the Sopranos, which is hilarious.
Well, yeah, I mean, go on.
It's this weird world.
It's like Casino, right? Everybody's, you have to know. Everybody's skimming a little bit off the top. It's part of the business.
Right, but it's like this weird world of like, especially Kuz's neighbor spills the beans that they're in the they're just special people. It's like, it's weird. People either respect and fear the Sopranos or look at them like a joke.
Yeah, almost like a circus act, like an amusement, like a fictional group of fictional characters. Yeah, which they're not.
They're real.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. But also, there's this thing, too, that, like, look, when you take yourself as seriously as, like, Tony Soprano does, you're opening yourself up to mockery.
But does he take himself seriously? Because he's always got a fun line.
He calls himself...
always joking.
He literally looked at a man, face to face, and he told him, I'm the motherfucking one.
Yeah.
I've never heard anybody take themselves more seriously.
I get a video of me saying it on stage to a heckler the other night. I'm not lying. She said any asshole could get up there and do what you do. And I said, oh, yeah? Well, you're looking at the motherfucking one, bitch. King asshole right here. So
this is controlling your life.
It's to a debilitating level.
Well, how about this? As we're talking about people to feel bad for in this episode.
Paulie and his germophobia. He goes, what do I got to watch TV to know about life? Or what's he say? With the shoelaces?
Yeah. That he doesn't like his shoelaces to touch the ground.
Incredible.
No, what about the new character that we meet? Patsy Parisi.
Oh, dude.
Brother of Philly. I mean... in terms of like, it is one of those things that you have to love the show so much that you just look past it. Like, clearly they just liked that actor and they were like, yeah, he's got a twin brother. His name's Patsy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I remember watching it like the first time, like when it was on, and I was like, didn't they shoot that guy in a car? But no, that's his twin brother, Philly.
Right. Yeah. Was Philly in the dream?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And we didn't see Patsy until this season.
Yes.
I know I'm like, Tony's the best and la la la. Obviously I'm like playing it up, but I think this episode is the first episode where I really saw like just that dead-eyed sociopathy of Tony, where they, Gigi is like, we got a problem with our friend. And he's obviously, and the dinner conversation's hilarious where they're trying to shut him down from talking about his dead twin. And Christopher is just totally like, isn't there a connection with twins? When one gets hurt, the other feels it.
Which is, Christopher doesn't even realize. Like,
no.
Because
he's like AJ in that scene.
He really is.
It's great. I love it.
What he also does is, I think that if at any point, like, Patsy knows what happened to a degree.
Yeah.
Like, he knows that Tony had this done.
Totally.
And he's looking around the table and he sees how Gigi is reacting. He knows it was Gigi. But what he also knows is that it definitely wasn't Christopher.
Yeah.
Because of the idiocy of the conversation that Christopher is having.
And also, this is the second time you see someone in Tony's crew pull a gun and not go through with it. Whereas I think it was in the first season, it was Artie Bucco.
Right, which Artie's not technically in his crew, but friends.
Right,
Same,
right.
Yeah,
right.
I know what you're saying.
And then now Philly.
Patsy. This is Patsy.
Patsy pulls a gun at the house and pisses in the pool, which is
So
hilarious.
sad.
So sad, man. But it truly is like heartbreaking to watch, especially at the end of the episode when they're in the office and Tony's like, but you're over it, right? It's like, yeah. And he goes, say it. I want you to say it to me. Say that you're over it. He goes, I'm over it. It was good. And then he goes one step further and goes, you got a son, right? Like he mentions his family as a way of being like, I know if anything happens, your family's done.
Right, like, be grateful for what you have because you might not have them.
Yeah. But also that like mafia, it's what is unsaid is so much heavier than what is said.
Very much so.
I mean, he's just emotionless.
Well, yeah, and he's also so, like, the only reason that he wants Patsy to just shut up about it is, I don't think that the real reason that he wants Patsy to shut up about it is because he knows it's bad for business. I think it's because, number one, he doesn't want to feel guilty for doing this.
He's all about self-preservation in terms of, I'll do anything I can to stay out of jail, and I'll do anything I can to clear my conscience of these deplorable acts I'm partaking in.
I need to justify all this stuff, and I can't justify it if I'm staring at the twin brother's face while he's crying.
And he needs to hear that he's over it, even though he's strong-arming him and making veiled threats against his family to say he's over it. That's good enough for Tony to go, okay. And he either does that, strong arms people emotionally, or we see multiple times he gives cash handouts to try to clear his conscience, like an indulgence in the 1500s to the church.
Which is literally, or, well, I don't remember if that happened yet, so I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, thank
because,
you.
Don't want to spoil anything by mistake. Let's get on to episode 2. I think we hit well, how did you feel coming off of episode 1 of season 3? Did you feel like, okay?
I felt like the episode was a bit disjointed because of the commercial fade out and the cop, like, subplot of the
and the perspective, right? Like, that it wasn't a mob perspective as much as a cop perspective.
It took me a while to get into it, and I've said it a million times. I'll say it a million more. But what I do with the show is I watch it the first time to enjoy it, la la la, and I watch it a second time to like fine tooth comb pick it. And when I saw it a second time, I was like, I'm digging this.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm back into it because it is jarring when these seasons start. And then these characters just roll in, and I'm pausing, going to my car, and I'm like, who is this? Who's that?
Yeah,
What's he?
because
what? I wish the little thing would come on the lower third that's like, this is Patsy Parisi. You may know him from being the brother of Bloobity Blip.
Because they definitely just introduce people in
They
like
just throw
a
these
very
people in.
natural life way. Like I really like David Chase made this show so that there's an entire world going on in his head, and he shows you an hour of it every week.
Yeah,
and it's like he knows all this stuff, and all the answers are there,
right?
But you have to pay such close attention to every scene,
that's
and
why
some
I'm
of the
like,
scenes go nowhere,
dude. That's why I'm like, how was this a show that was coming out every week, and people were just waiting and unable to rewatch? Like, what world did we live in where people just had to carve out of their schedule a spot to tune in to watch?
That's why this show became like the best show for a rewatch, because number one, you got to watch the episodes again to kind of take it all in. Number two, when you rewatch it, I'm sure you're already finding this out with the immediate rewatch, is your expectations for what's going to happen are gone. So like, oh, I want somebody to get whacked, or I want this to happen, or I want that to happen. And so once those expectations leave, you appreciate the episode a lot more. And this is something you wouldn't know unless you watched it as it was happening. But there were some of these seasons, not between season 2 and 3, but like between season like 5 and 6, where it was like a year and a half between seasons. Like it would be an insane amount of time sometimes between seasons. And so you would kind of lose focus, or and that's why it became, I mean, it was one of the first massive DVD shows.
Right.
Like people bought these DVDs as soon as they came out.
But it's the thing of like, just quickly, I just want to say like, how genius and brilliant is David Chase and the writing staff to like, I'm watching, I'm like, how do they know to just pop this in and then later play such a pivotal role?
Right.
How far ahead are they writing, or are they writing and then painting themselves into a corner and figuring out how to walk out of the room based on what they've already written? Or is it pre-planned? Like, we're going to bring this up later. Like, it's just incredible.
It is
incredible writing and the foresight with these character developments and how each thing plays in, and like slowly this character seeps in and then comes up. I mean, it's just, it's so mind blowing.
It's magnificent. And episode 2 has just as much going on. Episode 2, I'm going to try to pronounce this right. Proshai Levushka. Proshai Levushka.
Yeah.
Forgive my pronunciation.
What does that mean?
I think it means, I think I read that it means like goodbye, Livia. Or something like that.
In Russian.
Yes.
Dude, I love Svetlana.
Is she not the greatest?
She's fantastic. That actress is phenomenal.
Yeah, yeah. This is, of course, the episode where we say goodbye to Livia Soprano, some of the worst CGI in the history of television.
What was that?
So the actress,
she died.
She was dead. And this came out whatever year it came out. I mean, it wasn't so obscenely bad, I guess, for the year that it came out.
Right.
But very quickly, the technology got better than it. But they basically took footage from older episodes and like older lines, and they computer generated her into this episode. So that's why like the scene felt a little bit disjointed. That's why the conversation wasn't great. That's why it kind of came like it was like one scene.
Yes, her
and then
final scene, that was very anticlimactic.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. But
I thought that they CGI'd like a table read or something, a film table read, or like film blocking.
No, it was lines from previous episodes.
Yeah, because she died in 2004, I think.
Yeah, I think she died before they started shooting the season.
Yes.
Yeah,
because she had cancer and they knew she was going to die.
Yeah, but two things. Number one, you have to start thinking immediately, and I'm sure you did. Like, that's the whole show. Tony and his mom. Talk about like what is this show beyond season 2? Like, if Tony's mom isn't around, what is this show? Right?
I didn't really think that so much as it, and Tony even says it, he goes, she's dead. We're done here. And it's like, no, you're just beginning, because you have to dig so deep into the trauma of your childhood and how that affected everything else. But now, like, you have to go through the stages of grief, and the grief and guilt he must feel that he covers up with layers of anger and indifference of like, wishing she would die, and then she does, and feeling joy in that. And it's like, yeah, it's justified, but at the end of the day, this is like your mother, and like parsing through those feelings. And then what do you know? Fucking Janice shows up again. And, you know, I think it just
And isn't
adds...
this where Janice finds out that, like, Livia kept all of Tony's stuff?
Yes.
But none of Janice? Like, a few
Yes.
things from
And
their
a couple
younger sister,
Barbara,
Barb.
yeah.
Nothing from Janice.
Mhm.
And all
All
of
of
Tony's
Tony.
stuff. So it's like, who am I mourning here? Am I mourning my mother?
Mhm.
Am I mourning my parent, who I was their favorite child?
Mhm.
Am I mourning this woman who is my mother, who tried to have me murdered?
Right.
Like,
Right.
who am I mourning here? And then to watch him go into Dr. Melfi's office, and because he's got that, you know, Italian Catholic guilt, respect your mother thing going on, it's like he reverts. He's not acknowledging anymore that his mom tried to put a hit on him, and he listened to the tape. Like, he heard the tape,
Mhm.
and now because of this death, he's like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow.
Yeah.
You know?
And, you know, this is just from my own therapy and, like, you know, grief loss and kind of digging deep and going through. And, like, it is such a long fucking journey, and there's so many hills to climb. And, you know, you think you're at the top, and then you see a whole nother fucking mountain. But one quote that I really love by Claudia Black, who's the founder of Adult Children's of Alcoholics, is it's never too late to have a happy childhood. So it's all about, you know, and it's never too late to have a good day. You know, you can start over whenever you want. It's all about perspective. It's all about how you look at things. And it's all about dealing with things so that you can put it behind you and move forward. And if you're constantly living in the sadness and grief and trauma of your childhood, that's going to affect you. But it's all about changing your perspective on it and almost like being grateful for all those things, because you recognize that that made you who you are today. And the goal is to love yourself today.
But, I mean, do you think that this is, I think you're giving Tony way too much credit here.
No, I'm saying separate from the show. I'm
Gotcha.
speaking from my experience. I'm not speaking, I'm taking a moment to be me and say that is, this dealing with Tony and the mother and everything. This is me speaking, not anything in relation to the show.
But yeah, Tony.
But in relation to the show, what I'm saying is there's so much more to go deeper with his relationship with his mother, because we then start to see his memories of where his
Panic attacks
come from.
Yeah, which is meat and sex and parents.
Yeah. What?
Meat, sex, and parents
What?
are where these panic attacks come from.
Insane.
Because we see the flashback.
And again, we see another crazy film choice of showing Tony pass out and then doing the rewind
In the
to
beginning
figure
of
out
the
where
show.
it came
Yeah,
from.
Yeah.
Which, in a way, is like deriving where a dream came from.
Yeah, I see it.
You know?
I see it.
And there are so many dream sequences in the show.
We've got the flashback, and we see little baby Tony, and he goes into Satriali's.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the initial flashback.
No. I know exactly what you're talking about. We'll get there.
Right. Yeah.
But we see little baby Tony go into Satriali's and see the owner of the store, whom now as an adult, he still socializes in front of. It's still their spot.
Yeah.
He's getting his fingers chopped off.
Yes.
By his dad.
Yes.
And then his dad takes the free meat.
Yes.
And then brings the meat home. And what he sees is his mother finally being
Showing
happy.
love.
Showing love for the physical.
Yes.
Which, by the way, when it's time to show Carmela that he really loves her again, what does he do? Fur coat.
Diamond
Diamond earring. Something
His
nice.
love language is gift giving.
And by the way, it's Carmela's too. Just like it was because Carmela accepts the gifts.
Right, but that's love language is gift giving, not gift receiving. Oh, it could be.
But hers is gift receiving.
Right,
The
but
same
I
way
think
Tony's
her love
mom's-
language is touch, because we see her affectionately touch Tony a lot.
She does love touch.
Yeah,
But who among us
She
doesn't?
takes care of him.
I
when
don't
he's
want.
sick.
I'm not doing another parade for Carmela.
Okay, sorry.
It's the same episode. We've done it.
Okay, all right.
I'm not talking about your Carmela. You don't have to get defensive for TV Carmela.
But no, irregardless of mine, I love TV Carmela.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
You've made that abundantly clear.
Oh, God, she's an angel. So I think also there's this thing. What's crazy is the dad spins it to be a life lesson of don't be a gambler.
Which is, again, where Tony gets his thing, where his dad goes, I just cut a man's fingers off for sandwich meat. In reality, like, he's like, instead of being, I'm a horrible person.
Right.
I'm a monster of a man.
And don't do what I do.
I'm a sociopath.
That guy's a bad guy.
He goes, that guy's a bad guy. That will teach him. I'm actually providing a service, not only to him, because now he won't do that again, but to you, because you see that actions have consequences.
And I had to do it to take care of my family.
Of course. And then you bring home, and then little Tony's like, this is crazy. There's no way that that's true.
Yeah.
And he brings the meat home, and what's his mother? Happy.
Yes.
What has his dad done? Taken care of the family.
Yes.
So his whole world gets turned over, and what does that little fat kid do? Collapse right in front of their eyes.
Yep.
Just
stitches.
And by the way, when you put the pressure, what's another fat little soprano kid?
AJ.
Who, once the pressure's on, you're going to get to be captain, AJ. How does that make you feel?
Oh, that's why, because he felt pressure.
I think so.
I thought that was so fucking weird that he's in the game for 10 seconds, he recovers their fumble, and the coach is like, defensive captain. It's like, what are we doing, all right?
Well, look, we didn't want to
chill, Rudy.
We didn't want, we're not trying to go 2-3 episodos on this. We're trying to get it done.
Yeah, you're right.
We're trying to get it done by Act 3. You know what I mean?
We need a 5-episode arc on AJ's football career.
Yeah. Enough is enough at a certain point.
Yeah.
But, okay, let's go back to the beginning, because this is for some people a very cringy storyline. For other people, something they look back on very, very memorably.
I think it's very real.
I like it.
That is a wildly accurate depiction of Italian families and also other families.
Yeah, this happens.
Yes.
So Meadow is...
Italians aren't the only ones that are like, don't mix races.
Right.
You know?
Meadow is on the couch with Noah.
Yes.
Canoodling.
I hate Noah.
You don't like him?
Such a fucking beta pussy.
I know why you... Whoa.
Why? What? Huh?
Karen, don't do that. Anyway.
But I was protecting.
No, I know. You're being an alpha, totally.
Yes.
That's how it came across.
Yeah.
So they're canoodling on the couch. Tony comes down. He doesn't like what he sees as soon as Meadow leaves the room. But that line, this is classic Sopranos. Noah's like, excuse me, what are you talking about? And he goes, you're a charcoal briquette.
Yeah. He's using all these Italian racist terms that only Italian racists would know.
Charcoal
and this kid
briquette.
knows nothing, and he's saying all this stuff
because he's
as
like
if the kids could be like,
He's going to Colombia. He's from Los Angeles.
Yeah.
He didn't have to deal with this stuff. He didn't have to deal with a big Italian father mafia guy going, I don't like you because of your skin color. That's crazy.
Also, Tony, fucking chill, dude. Of all the charcoal briquettes in the world,
I mean,
she picked a good one. I mean, he's rich. He's not even the charcoal you're talking about.
Right.
He's a nice fella.
I know why you don't like Noah.
Why?
Because he goes like this. He's lucky I didn't punch his lights out.
Oh, God. Yeah, right. I fucking double dog dare you, Noah. Try punching Tony Soprano, you stupid bitch.
What do you think would happen?
Oh, Tony would just take his fist and crush it and go, you know what happens when you break charcoal down? It turns into a diamond. But you're not a diamond. You shit.
Probably is exactly how it would have gone. But unfortunately, due to his racism, Tony begins to isolate Meadow here. And he actually does what I think a lot of parents do. He actually pushes Meadow and Noah closer because Meadow is like, I can't associate myself with this kind of horrible behavior.
My grandmother, from a young age, told me, don't mix races. They make funny-looking babies.
Oh, my God.
Stay away from gay people.
What?
And guess what? 99.9% of the gay dudes I was sucking off in secret were fucking black. So good job, Grammy, you dumbass. Way to go, Graham.
Is she alive to see it?
No.
Oh, it's too bad.
No. Dude, I swear to God, her whole thing, and it's such an old Italian thing, is like, be a professional and stay within your race. And I was dating a Korean girl.
Yeah.
And I was talking to my grandma, and she goes, are you seeing anybody? I go, yeah, a girl. And she goes, what's your name? I go, Jess. She goes, in the last name? I go, I'm not going to say it, but it was like, and it was basically like Wong.
Right.
And my grandmother goes, Italian girl? And I go, no, Korean. And she looks at me and goes, no, you wouldn't do that to grandmother.
What?
Yeah. And
Wait,
I'm like,
I
are
can't
you
believe
kidding me?
Dude, you know what's mind-blowing?
What?
That this is your life experience?
Yeah.
And you watch this play out on TV, and you're like, good for Tony.
No, I never said good for Tony.
You said you don't like Noah, you like Tony.
Yeah, but I don't like Noah because of who Noah is, not based on his skin color. Jesus. Noah comes off across as like a beta fucking loser, especially how it plays out how he deals with Meadow. I called it from the beginning.
Uh-huh.
He's a fucking LA douchebag.
He is an LA
and it's got
douchebag.
nothing to do with his skin color.
But Tony hit the nail on the head this time. Even if his was race-based, he wasn't wrong.
Right, but he shouldn't have been fucking, but that is a very real Italian thing.
Yes.
Like to whatever try to and it's not only Italian. It happens with Jewish people they want Jews to marry Jews. I dated a Muslim girl. I couldn't tell her family about me because I was white and Christian. The Korean girl, she said we could never be together because she couldn't introduce me to her family because I'm a white boy.
Do you think that it's all racially based, or do you think some people, it was you, and they were just using that as an excuse?
What?
I mean, it's just that it happened to you so many times.
Or I'm such a multicultural lover.
Well, no, I mean,
I have experience with this.
I mean, I've dated women of ethnicities besides my own,
Mm-hmm.
and I met all their families.
Really? Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Thanks, Melfi.
Were you happy to see Janice back, or were you
I mean,
cringing?
What a fucking disgusting pig. She is the worst.
You don't like
dude.
all the Soprano family?
No,
No.
only some.
No, not Janice.
No, she's a fucking pig. And I gotta say, I forget the actress's name that plays her, but she plays her so well.
She's incredible.
Amazing, dude. There's a scene at the funeral when she has Hesh say his part, and he goes, there was no distance between interlocular and mouth, or something like that. And the way she processes it with her face, I had to rewind and watch a couple times because it was just so, the emotion was so real and good, and so many things were said in just her facial movements, and just the way she acts. She's just such an incredible actress. And she was in What About Bob? She was the hooker that called to pretend that she was Dr. Marvin's sister. And Carmela's father was Mr. Gutman.
Yes.
In What About Bob?
Yes, of
Incredible.
course. Yeah. That's amazing. So maybe it's not just a bunch of Goodfellas references. It's also some What About Bob-isms in there.
And that's my favorite Bill Murray movie.
It's a great movie.
Incredible movie.
Yeah.
I am a mixture between Bob Wiley and Dr. Leo Marvin.
So yeah.
Janice stinks.
Her behavior at the funeral, I mean, immediately making it all about her. She wasn't even going to come. She immediately makes it all about her. But
wanting her fiance to come.
It is hilarious when Tony's knocking on the door and Janice is downstairs in the basement with a metal detector.
What the fuck
trying
is
to
she
find
doing?
the money.
Metal detecting, trying to find money. This thing with the records, and just immediately going towards Svetlana's throat, who did more to take care of her mother than Janice did. Janice is drugging Livia and fucking shooting people in the house.
That's true. She did do that.
And Svetlana, not even Livia's own child, is trying to get her to fill out the remember book for the Soprano family.
You don't think that Janice wants the records for sentimental reasons?
No, she wants to sell them. Yeah. But is there money in the house, or is I think like a thing she made up?
I think she thinks there's money in the house.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that that's a proven fact. I don't think she knows that there's money in the house. I think she thinks that there is money in the house. And so she's got to find it.
Right. But she
knows the records are there.
She said something that really fucking... Oh, between her brain and mouth, there was no interlocutor. Janice loves... She goes, my mother knew I had an extraordinary visual sense. She's always saying this thing and she goes, I'm going to make a documentary. It's just never ending. And you know people like that, right? That it's just like, give it a rest. But you know who had the best speech at the whole funeral? Christopher. Oh, dude.
Out of his mind on drugs.
Him, Furio, and Adriana doing coke and ripping bongs and being like anything to get through the funeral. So fucking funny, dude. And he's like, there's different people that are the same. Incredible. And while he's doing that, fucking cuck of the year, Artie Bucco, is outside.
Still shitty about the restaurant getting burned down.
Get over it.
You already put a gun to his face.
Get over it.
It's over.
I mean, come on, Artie. Also, he is slowly becoming my least favorite character, I think.
Just because he's so, he just wants to be everything that he's not, whatever he's not. That's what he wants to be.
You said that to me early in the series. I didn't believe it. I thought Artie was like a good guy and he's like a friend, whatever. But he even says to Aid, he goes, you think I want to be stuck in this prison forever? And it's like, oh, God.
Yeah, what?
Fucking, to thine own self be true.
Yes.
Or whatever.
I don't love that. I hate that trait in people. When they're just trying to search.
Dude, I hate it.
For an identity, and it's like, just be yourself.
And I think I hate it because I get it, because I searched for who I was for so long, and it took me a while to figure it out.
But you're young. It's one thing when you're young. It's I'm saying when you're
married and you're getting an earring and you're talking about a hairpiece. Fuck that, dude.
Well,
and he what a cucked fucking loser to go and be like, I'm going to blow up your spot in front of your family at your mother's wake, which she didn't even want to have. And then it was so poetic when he goes, and then Carm just comes in and goes, enough already.
Yeah.
And she flips, fucking saves the day, says her piece, and then her mom's trying to shut her up. Her dad gets her back. The mom shuts the dad up. He goes, who are you, the minister of propaganda? Hugh!
Hugh's the man. Hugh is the man.
Yes!
Hugh might be
I love you, Mr. Guffman.
Hugh might be the low-key best alpha on the show, because you think he's a beta, because he gets pushed around by Carmela's mom all the time. But it's like,
does he show up later and fucking kick ass?
He just picks his battles, and when push comes to shove, Hugh puts his foot. When Hugh decides to put his foot down, and we saw that at the wake.
Yeah.
While we're talking about Artie Cuck of the Year, let's move on to the third episode. Fortunate Son. Go ahead.
I just want to say real quick that when Hugh puts his foot down, Carm says his piece, and then there's a chance for Artie to go whatever, and he goes, there's desserts in the back for everyone, and Charmaine has to go and plug who cooked them, and it's like, you fucking bitch.
By the way, Charmaine is an angel.
I love Charmaine.
An angel. What she has had to put up with. Okay. That's good. That's a good one.
Charmaine is fantastic, and she is such a voice of reason. She doesn't put up with shit.
Arthur.
But at the same time, she does let Artie kind of push her around because she's so supportive.
Well,
she believes in him too.
But she's also the one woman on the show that we see that knows that the mob life is immoral,
right,
and actually lives by that code.
Yes.
The other women might, Carmela, might act like they think that mob life is immoral, but they don't live that way. They don't live as if the mob life.
They still benefit from the life that they're like, I don't want to know about it.
Whereas Charmaine specifically.
Charmaine will go hungry. before she
Yes.
compromises herself, and I admire that.
And we see that in episode 3, Fortunate
Yes.
Son. Of course, this is a big one for Christopher, but before we get to Christopher, while we're on the subject of Artie Bucco,
Yes.
this is where Adriana tells Artie that she doesn't want to work in the restaurant anymore.
Right.
And Artie, like, you see it in his eye, like, the fact that you think that you have a shot with an angel like Adriana, what gives you the right?
Just because you can make a sauce?
I can buy a sauce.
I can buy a sauce. I
What
can buy scallopini.
Yeah, Adriana is an incredible woman.
Amazing. What a babe.
And Artie
Supportive.
Bucco is just about a piece of shit.
Artie, you fucking bald loser. Fucking earring shopping, getting a bottle of wine, and a horrible business owner for one of your workers to not even put in 2 weeks and go, okay,
Because he loves
everything's
her.
fine.
Because he loves
She's fucking you, dude. You're a fucking pussy. And he just shoves everything down. The audacity to show up to a made man and insult him.
Wow.
Talk about his woman.
Wow.
Disgusting, Artie. Disgusting. You fucking snake in the grass.
So this is Christopher and Eugene. They finally get made. Eugene is the one who gets made alongside Christopher.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Right. So that's who that is. You know him by face.
Yes.
That's his name, Eugene.
Okay.
So he'll continue
Right.
to be a big part of the. Oh, you know what we didn't talk about though?
What?
In episode 2, we find out Ray Curto is a rat.
Yeah, who is that guy?
He's one of Tony's capos.
But what has he done so far?
He's just been there. He's been.
Right.
If you go back, he hasn't been like
Dude,
this huge.
does he show up on the steps during the little speech at the end? And also, why does Pussy show up in the mirror?
I think that's a good catch. A lot of people don't catch that at first. Good catch.
Yeah.
I think that's Tony. I mean, you could say maybe it's a supernatural thing. It's a funeral parlor, but I think that's Tony's subconscious.
Right.
No, yeah, Ray has been around since season 1, but it makes me.
They just throw that in there.
I tell you, when I see
You mean
Ray,
to wear a wire? Yeah, I'll wear a wire. Fuck.
yeah, I mean he's ready for it. But when I see that Ray is a rat, it makes me go, okay, so Pussy wasn't their only rat, which makes me go all the way back to season 1 and say Jimmy could
Again,
absolutely have
be a
been
rat?
a rat.
Oh.
I still say that there's. If I had to bet one way or the other, I say Jimmy was a rat.
Well, you know.
I think they had Jimmy, Pussy, and Ray.
But Pussy was a good rat because he
gave him the airplane.
he was given.
He followed them to the Pokemon cards.
He was giving them imitation cheese.
Oh,
No, the rats chased the cheese.
No, it was real cheese. Let me tell you something. If Livia hadn't died, she might have testified against Tony.
I mean, Tony's got a horseshoe up his ass. Let's be frank.
Let's be frank about that. That is true.
Everything goes his way in a wild sense.
That is true. So Fortunate Son is not about Christopher finally getting made, though it is funny that he sees that he's haunted by that raven. You know, he sees the bird and he freaks out. I don't know. But I think that for me, I just think Christopher has a lot of that Artie Bucco quality in him as well. He just thinks he's more than everything that he is. No matter what he is, he thinks he's more. So when he's finally getting made, which is what he's been working towards,
Right.
and I just think that there's something inside of him that's like, no, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, I should be doing something.
I see him more as troubled than thinking he deserves the world.
Yeah.
I see him as like a little troubled, like especially with the acting stuff and the way he beats the shit out of that guy in the scene.
Oh, I think
because it had
he's
to do
troubled,
with
but
his
you don't think
father.
there's an entitlement?
Is it entitlement or is it knowing your worth?
I would say it's entitlement. I'd say Christopher is pretty near worthless.
What?
I mean, when you went to Italy, Commendatore, would you want Christopher by your side?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I know you like Christopher.
Yeah, and he shows up short.
Yeah, he gets
He
made.
beats up a crackhead for $3.
See what I
And he
mean?
buys a new car immediately. And he makes aid not work.
I mean, do I have maybe some
And Tony tells him not to involve Jackie, and he brings Jackie to a robbery.
immediately?
Yeah, Christopher kind of sucks.
I know you like him.
I do.
And Christopher and Aid together are just one of the great couples of all time.
Yes.
But
yeah,
that doesn't make him not a scumbag.
Right, but I think he's a lovable scumbag, and
he is lovable.
He's really lovable, and he's fun, and I think he represents a real thing of the mafia. Of like, this is a guy that wants it so bad, and then heavy lies the crown. He shows up short to Paulie again. Paulie, the best fucking guy in the thing, and so goes on with this thing of ours.
But you think Paulie's a good guy?
Yes.
You don't think that Paulie was setting up Christopher with the sports book, knowing that was just a scheme to get him rich?
What?
When Paulie said, "You can have the sports book, my friend."
Yeah.
You don't think he was just doing that because he knew that was a cash cow for Paulie?
No, he's doing it because Christopher's made now, and he's giving Christopher a job.
I mean, he stands to make a lot of money from it, though. And he's going to charge him. You don't think he knows that it's going to be tough?
I thought that's what everyone does. They give the new guy the thing they were doing so they can ease the pressure.
But don't you think in that culture that a lot of times what happens is you give it to the new guy a lot worse than you had it? But
yeah, he goes, "Welcome to the NFL, rookie."
Yeah, but you
trial
never
by fire.
But you didn't have to deal with that. Actually, you just pretend you did. You see what I'm saying? Because it's worse now. So you're like, what?
I thought that was the whole thing about getting made. You more responsibility. That doesn't happen to everyone? So you're saying Paulie's a scorpion?
I'm saying it's all scorpions. They're in the mafia. There's no frogs.
No.
They're criminals and sociopaths.
Paulie's teaching them a lesson.
You don't think he's scamming them to get money out of them?
But they're family. Why would you scam family?
He killed pussy.
All right, what's the next thing we're talking about?
Well, so
I literally wrote in my thing, Paulie puts money over everything. I could never be a mob guy because I'd be like, "Oh, it's okay. I know you're good for it." And then I wrote, I needed a Paulie growing up.
Just somebody to shake you down.
Somebody to give me hard lessons and to make me a man.
You're going to be all right, kid.
Yeah.
I'm going to need $6,000.
Yeah, I thought that's what they all do. I don't even know what being made means.
Do you here's what being made means. You're actually in the mafia. But here's what you need
But you're not in the mafia if you're a captain or if you're...
No, you can't be a captain if you're not made.
What about a soldier? You're an associate?
So yeah, it's like being like Christopher was like an intern.
I thought they were all in the mafia.
Not if you're not made.
What does it mean to be made?
Made means you got you're protected now.
Uh-huh.
Right? You're a made guy. There's certain things you can and can't do to a made guy. There are certain
right.
jobs that made guys get. That,
so I feel like working at the cellar is like a made guy.
Right. Right. Now, but
look sharp and meet me at Modell's.
We're at season 3, so we need to have this conversation. Like, do you get that, like, they're all lying all the time?
Huh?
Like, all these characters.
Yes.
All the time.
Are lying.
I
know, that's why I can be in the mafia. I hate lying.
Yeah, they're all lying.
I'm so bad at lying,
it
eats me up. I just got to be honest.
So you know how you said that, like, one thing with the mafia is what's not said, and the other thing about this show is how stuff just gets dropped in and you just kind of have to figure it out?
Uh-huh.
Like, there's not a lie alert that goes off every time there's a lie. But you've got to understand, these are not good people, and they lie all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Tony is lying all the time.
Well, when he sits down with Jackie,
he's lying.
I know. He says, he goes, "I'm going to say a few things. I'm going to say some bad words. You're just going to have to deal with it." That's like an Italian trigger warning.
Yeah. And then he goes like this.
"Your uncle was a rat."
He's like this. "I'm going to say some things. And I know you'd be a real shithead to believe me, but I didn't do it."
Mm-hmm.
And what does Jackie Jr. do?
Believes him.
What does that make Jackie Jr.? A real shithead.
I like Jackie Jr.
What?
What?
He's just so disrespectful.
But his father died. His
father died a while ago.
So what? It can still affect him. He's been wanting to be in this thing. They won't let him in. He wants to prove himself. What?
I think you might be a mark.
What?
I think you might be a mark.
I'm Ian.
I think you might be easy to be taken advantage of.
My name's Ian.
I think it might be easy to take advantage of you.
I lost over $200 to gypsies playing a card game in Berlin 2 years ago. Yeah. I'm a wide-eyed optimist.
You are a wonderful person with a genuine soul.
Yes. Thank you.
But the world is ready to roll over you.
Bring it. Bring it. Come on, world. You're going to roll off my back like water off a duck's beak.
So Jackie Jr. is so hung, and there's a lot of young Christopher in Jackie, in the sense that Jackie Jr. is so hungry to get stuff going.
Yes.
He's lying to Tony about going to school and this and that, and
right.
I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. He's whatever Tony needs to hear.
Mm-hmm.
And then Christopher finds out, he doesn't want to tell Christopher about this robbery.
Right.
He gets mad at his friend for telling Christopher. Mm-hmm. Then they go do the robbery.
He's got a chip on his shoulder. He's got to hang out with a guy who's fucking his mom, who's taking place of his dad. That's fucking a lot to fucking handle.
We didn't even talk about Ralph Cerreto.
I mean, this guy's a fucking wild card.
What do you think of Ralphie?
I like him. I don't like him.
I love that you like Ralphie.
He's got the sociopathy of Richie, but the personality of like, Richie was a dark fucking evil motherfucker, and Ralphie is more the wild card.
And he's funny. Ralphie's funny.
Ralphie
Richie wasn't
is
funny.
Yes, Richie is just dark-eyed, fucking evil. Ralphie is a goofy fucking whatever. But when I find out he's cheating on Rose, that's her name, right?
Rosalie.
Rosalie.
Yeah.
I got very angry.
Pissed.
He's cheating on Jackie Jr.'s mom.
Was he not going to have a Gumar?
I don't like this Gumar thing.
He's a made guy.
Okay.
Do you know what it means if
you're gonna have a Gumar, have one, but do you have to show it on the show?
But no, you're right. It'd besmirch as a good character.
Yes.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. What about when Jackie Jr. pisses his pants while he's?
I thought he was jerking off. I thought he's in the car jerking off.
What is it with these guys? Remember the real handsome guy that Christopher was shitting himself? Now Jackie
Big
Jr.
Pussy Bombacero did a big look. They thought a bear was entered the building. What? Is that a legit thing? Is that like marathon runners shit themselves? Is this something that happens we don't know about?
I think so. So, I mean, we combined a lot of the stuff that happened in this episode in our conversation about the last episode. That's why our conversation about the last episode was so long, but that's okay. We're covering all 3 episodes in this conversation. What I think is brilliant about this episode is the leg storyline. Janice stealing Svetlana's leg.
Dude.
Now, it doesn't wrap up in this episode.
No.
But that's what I mean. Nobody ever says Janice stole the leg.
Right.
And Janice says, I did not steal the leg.
If you think it's some sort of karmatic connection that your leg is missing and when it comes back, I'll get my records, well, then good for you. What? What? You're stealing legs,
She
Janice?
stole a woman's leg, Svetlana's, of all people. Can you imagine Svetlana's
fucking
position?
Angel.
She sat there and looked after that woman, and now her daughter has come and stolen her severed leg.
Insane.
It's terrible.
And kicking her out of the house.
Yeah.
It's fucking disgusting, dude.
It's bad.
Whoa. Am I a misogynist?
Why do you ask?
Janice is the only one I hate on the show.
You know what? Janice doesn't do any cool mob stuff. I'm going to give you the benefit of a doubt. But no. Because you love Carmela. You love Adriana.
Yes.
You love Charmaine.
Yes.
If you were a misogynist, you would not love Charmaine.
Yes.
Because a misogynist would not like the way Charmaine talks to Artie.
Yes.
Because you shouldn't talk to a man. But if somebody...
And I don't like the Gumars because I don't feel like that's a good thing to do to women.
You love Rosalie. April.
Yes.
You're not a misogynist.
When she goes, eat your man a got. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I love it.
This is good. No, you're just...
Oh, and I hated Richie.
You hated Richie. and Janice. And,
Yes.
and they're very hateable people.
Very.
No, you hate those specific. No, you're not a misogynist.
Yep.
And you don't like Noah because he's a beta bitch.
Yes, not because I'm not a misogynist. I'm not a racist.
That's true.
I'm just I don't I
You're
got
a man.
I got a sniffer for bullshit. I'm a man.
Actually, I don't think you have a sniffer for bullshit, and that's why you get taken advantage of so easily.
Because I got allergies. My nose is clogged.
Every now and then.
Every now and then I gotta use some Afrin.
Yeah,
Clean my nose
I think it
out.
might be a little more than allergies. I think it might be like a Corona bullshit blocker. Like it's like a real. Like,
Yeah.
It's a serious
I got
thing.
no room in my life for bullshit. But if you're really good at bullshitting, I'll let it slide.
Before we wrap this thing up, because there's so much more to talk about. I know we're never gonna hit everything. What was I just gonna say? Oh yeah, Christopher. Were you annoyed that Christopher was going against Tony's wishes?
I mean, I thought it was fucked up.
Yeah.
I thought it was fucked up, and you really see Christopher with his back against the wall, fucking trying to get money. He's gonna fucking sell Adriana's bracelet, and he's asking her mom for a loan, and her mom had to pay for fucking chemo or some shit. Like, what are you doing? Also, how does betting work? How do they? What?
What do you mean?
They're making all this money off of bets? Like,
People lose.
right. Oh, so they need people to lose so they can collect that money.
Correct.
But how does, like, they're like, you should have take the line or this or that.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
no, that's.
what?
I mean, you have to talk to Pat McAfee about that stuff. I don't know anything about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But, I mean, I don't watch sports. What do I know?
Right, neither do I.
You know what I
Yeah.
watch?
Hmm.
Sopranos.
Yes.
I watch it many times. For
Yes.
you, it's the Prima Volta.
It is the Prima Volta.
You know, but
But
that's
not my last Volta.
no. There'll be many Voltas after.
Many Voltas.
But this is the Prima Volta, and this is the journey that we're on.
Yes.
You can talk about some of the great moments from these 3 episodes in the comments below. Thank you for the no spoilers. You know, if you see Ian out doing comedy across this great land of ours, sometimes with Dave Attell,
Yes.
sometimes with great ska bands,
Yes.
you just shout out, Commendatore!
Commendatore.
And he will know that you are one of ours.
Mhm.
That's a friend of ours. That's what
Yes.
he'll say.
It is.
Don't forget to hit like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you've missed any of these, if you want to go back and watch along, go back and watch along if you know what's good for you. They're all up. Ian, thank you for the beautiful jacket.
Sam, thank you for the beautiful friendship that we are going to bond in blood and burned cards.
And I promise I will not give this jacket to my housekeeper's husband. We will see you next time on Prima Volta.